I started about 18 years ago being a school counselor. Part of the things that brought me to being a school counselor is my own adversities in my world and the barriers that my kids were having in the school system with mental health. Right then and there I knew that I wanted to be in the school system to help kids remove barriers. Most of the kids that come here have barriers. My job here is to try to remove those and give them the supports that they need so that learning can occur. COVID definitely brought upon different issues with mental health, learning, and attendance. All of our teachers and staff here kept in contact with our high-risk students. There was a lot of kids that decided to go to work instead. We were able to still work with them to get their academics and work at different times than the typical school day. As a McKinley team, that was just awesome to see all of us come together. When I was here, I worked with a freshman. The student ended up getting pregnant, lots of barriers at home. She survived sexual abuse, sex trafficking, drug abuse, and being pregnant. She had just had a child. Happy to say that she is taking all of the resources that we gave her throughout those 4 years. She has her own home, she has a job, and she's going to graduate on time this year, and she plans on going to secondary school for college. When she first came here, all of the barriers that were there would have just put most people in a thing that, you know what, she's not going to make it a year or two and she's just going to be on the streets. But she was driven and she just needed somebody to believe in her. And that's what McKinley does, is we give kids some sense of support and love that they're not getting somewhere else.
I worked in the drug addiction field in treatment, corrections, hospital-based settings for a number of years before I came to the school district 3 years ago. And it's just been such a gift to work for the district. Recovery School is like a school within a school. They have the school part, the classes, the coursework, but also have recovery support. We have teachers that are uniquely suited to alternative learners. There are about 31 recovery school programs in the country, and St. Cloud is home to one of them. One of the things that makes our recovery school unique is that mix of being in a public school and getting all the resources and supports of that while still having a small community atmosphere. I struggled the same way these students did in my high school years with drug use and mental health, tough lifestyle. And when I made a decision to change and get my life on track, there wasn't a program like this to help me. I'm able to help be the difference for students here by bridging that gap between education, recovery, and the family. Everyone's here because they needed something extra to get through high school. And the teachers are so understanding, really want to connect and value the relationship part of the school. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about the ALC. I'm an alternative graduate myself. And I know that mainstream just wasn't the fit for a learner like me. And I see so many kids here that were just like me in high school. And they're able to be really successful when they get what they need. It's an honor to be able to give them that here. It's just really cool. I get to come full circle and give people what I didn't get to experience myself.
I grew up in Iowa. I grew up in a divorced home. I had an abusive father and a mother that was fresh into recovery. Eventually my mom had enough of my dad, and then she found a guy who lived up here, and that's my stepdad now. And I didn't start using early, it just escalated really fast. Like I started when I was 15, 16. I pretty much used and abused anything I could get my hands on. I overdosed in school on cough syrup, and we both got sent to the ER. A week later I got sent into inpatient. I went through treatment last year, and they offered me this school instead of having to go to outpatient. When I was in outpatient, I didn't really care about being sober. Like I was there to please my parents, and that was that. Then I came here, and it was just like a lot more positive. You can just tell that everyone wants to be here, and everyone feels like comfortable here. And I've been clean now for almost 15 months. I think it greatly increased my chances of being clean and staying clean. Just somebody that holds you accountable and has lived through it. You just form a bond with the person, and that's Jenna for me. If you're having a bad day, it's not like the teachers just look at you and be like, oh, what's this kid's problem? Like Jenna will be like, oh, are you doing okay? And she makes sure that you come here. Like she'll call you if you're not here. She'll call your parents, like she'll get you here. Jenna knows what it is, how it feels, and if you explain something to her, she's probably been through it. My original thought when I was first getting clean was to be a chemical health counselor. I talked to people, and like even Jenna's like, I can see you doing it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that Jenna will help me do whatever I can.
742, be the difference.
742, be the difference.
742, be the difference.